you were leaning on them or maybe pushing them more than you might have in a normal practice right before the playoffs?
We've still got so much to be better at because we haven't had our people on the, players on the court and have this time. Enjoy Emma coming new, integrating new players as well. It takes time. Look, I think we're smart with their load management, but this is a day we had off yesterday. So they finally had the day off in a busy schedule. And how much do we practice as we move forward? We just got to, be intentional with what we want to do. And I think video has to be done to help it grow. And I think our coaches are doing a really good job of showing that.
Sandy, as a coach, but also as a teacher, how are you going into this last stretch of the season, especially when you go out west? I think there are some practice days when you're away.
Because we have 2 days in between tour, but not the Phoenix one, but the other two.
Yes, the other.
So it'll be good to get on the court. I think, because we haven't had time together, the good group together, that takes time, like continuity, other teams, it's easier. You got the same group. We had felt like 25 different starting lineups, and which is probably a lot, in that regard, because you learn. Think, now we're going to learn this person's in and out, and just having one person in and out changes it. So we just, so we just got to be really intentional through our video and the time that we do have on the court. What do we need to get better at? I think Zach does a good job with our movement and our principles, but then it's them making decisions on the fly out there, how with the movement. I think we're getting we look good. Now we just got to keep carrying it over and get okay, that was great. Let's do it again, and then be consistently great for 40 minutes.
So I just want to know how you're managing layers, because she has had such a load on her, especially when you've had Stewie and JJ out, and you see she makes mistakes because of the exhaustion.
Yeah, no, we see that. So, where can we give her some extra minutes? Now, Tash is back. And we know we can lean into that. I thought, Rick Gardner had some good minutes for us too, so we can lean into that depending on, obviously the combinations and how they all work together. But limiting her minutes might be hard, but trying to get her below 30, I think that's important. And I'm trying to not play long stretches where we can, and 7 minutes is trying to get over that, because then fatigue sets in.
Sandy, what went into the decision to keep Baby in the starting lineup and go on the bench when you were having Stewie come back?
And who on the bench?
Oh, Emma.
Emma.
Just when Stewie was
we
coming
hadn't
back.
had any time to get with the big three.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get off to a good start. So we went with familiarity.
With Sonia and Kiki tomorrow, Paige played well here, Dominique Malonga. It's a really prolific rookie
Everyone
class.
loves playing in New York too.
That's true. Elite crowd.
How good she? Good little player, and I've scouted her for a while. She's doing really well.
Layla too, just where does this rookie class, do you think as a whole, kind of stack up to classes you've seen in the past?
I mean, it has to be right up there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, just with the depth that we have, usually we have some good rookie classes, but more at the top, and there's, depends on what team they play for and the role that they have. But these rookies are coming in and very impressive. They don't play like rookies, and they have no fear. And I love that about young players coming in. They're like, hey, I'm really good too. And they're doing that, they're just getting out. Like Lacan, she's an international player, but just let her to come in and play so well. I think that's good for our league as we move forward into expansion.
Sandy, you've been around this game a long time as a player and a coach. When you look up and you see what Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionesco are doing off the court from a marketing and branding perspective, could you just speak about that evolution of the players? And do you remember any players kind of like that, being able to kind of like brand themselves the way that they've been doing these?
No, it's been great, and it's it's about time in that, because they're obviously the best at what they do. And you see Caitlin now, but Stewie and Sabrina, with their brands, what they've done, and it's not just their shoe deals and everything, it's all the other deals that they're getting, and they're impacting because they can reach so many people. They talk about them. Back in my era, it probably was Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoots. I don't think didn't have such, they might have had a shoe, but they didn't have the whole brand. But it's better late than never. I think that's the evolution of our game, isn't it? We're evolving on the court, we're evolving off the court with how impactful these players are, but they're in better yeah, they're role models and they're just great human beings.
Coach, Barclays Center has to be one of the toughest places to play from a crowd perspective. What does that speak to, like the environment we're building here at Barclays?
Yeah, it's pretty special. I think the opponents love coming to Barclays and you know, competing against a team that, you know, that I think they know basketball. I think they're respectful. Okay, a few players got booed, but you know, usually they're cheering. You know, they know what basketball should look like, and you know, it certainly helps us. It's a you know, our sixth player really. When we get going, how loud they do get. I think they kind of gives the players more energy when they're a little bit more fatigued. But it's special playing in there. When I'm coaching, I don't hear too much. You know, I can block it out, but I think everyone comes for the whole entertainment as well too. I mean, Ali and I don't know if the players are looking at that on the other team, but I'm sure they're seeing it all on TikTok or whatever.
You missed this earlier, but what has been the key, or how have you tried to approach getting Emma as acclimated as possible with very little practice time and even not even having Stewie out there for a bunch of games?
I know it's hard in that regard, and Emma is, even though she's a really smart player, it's hard to come to a team midway through the year and get implemented, but I think she's handling it as well as we would have hoped. Today was really good because we could mix some teams up and who they think we could play with, so just to get reps. And it's, you know, hard. We only could play with Big Green 2 minutes the other day. Of course, we need to explore what that looks like. That's a viable option for us, and I think it is, but we still need experiences to learn. But yeah, I think she's doing well. She's hanging in now. It's, you know, it's probably a little harder than we probably would have thought, but you know, the game, she's going to help us, and she's getting more comfortable, and I think that's a great asset for us as we move forward.
Just trying to do it on the fly.
Yeah, and that's hard because you have limited practice, much video, and everyone expects her to just go out there, but she's not. They don't, like, the others have to understand how she plays, and she has to understand how we play. So it's twofold. It's not just coming in, because she has some special skills, and there's ways, you know, we want to integrate how we can continue to expand that without losing, you know, how we want to play.
Thanks, Sandy.
Yeah, thanks.